Hello there and welcome to another video of the Shield Doing a Couch. I'm your host Hector, and today we're going to do something different. It's July, so it's mid-year. So we have had almost half a year of music done, and I've had some albums that I really enjoyed, and I'm looking forward for the second half of the year. But since it's half year, I thought let's talk about some albums that I really enjoyed in this half year. So instead of five, I'm going to talk about six albums. And these albums are all behind me on the wall. So I'm going to take one by one and just, talk a little bit about them. Say why are the albums that I enjoyed so far the most. So I'm going to talk about the first album is Black Map. And this album is called Melodoria. And Black Map, for those of you who don't know, it's an alternative rock band from San Francisco. If you like bands like Chevelle, you will enjoy this. I did do an album review about this album, but I got the vinyl after I did the video. So this is the inside, and it has great tracks on it. I would recommend listening to Super Deluxe, Nothing Over Me, Left for Dead, and Witching Hour. Those are the songs that I think are the best songs on this album. So some great singing on it. So Black Map, do not sleep on this band. This is a great alternative rock, great singing, great guitars, and the production in it is very good. So I really enjoyed a lot about this album. The next album that I'm going to talk about is right here. It's called Cold Night for Alligators. The album is The Hindsight Notes, and this is an album, a band from Denmark, and they play alternative metal with some djent. The singing on this is great. I can't stress enough. I love the singing. They sing with so much feeling. These songs, have a lot of feeling. If I would have to mention favorite songs, Behind the Curtains is a must. It's a great song. It starts the album. I didn't get to review this album when it came out, but I did interview the guitar player. No Connection is great as well. Waters. I think every song is great. So, but those are the ones that I would recommend the most. So, if you haven't checked the interview that I did, go to that interview with the guitar player, and we talk a little bit more about this album because I didn't get to properly review it. But really, a great band that you shouldn't sleep on, and this is a release that I've been listening to it nonstop since I got the vinyl. So the next album I'm going to talk about is right here. I also did an album review for this, and it's Cave In with Heavy Pendulum, and I did a long album review for this one. And Heavy Pendulum, it's one of the best alternative rock albums that I've heard in a long time. It's really great how the band has come back from tragedy, and it's a long album. It's a long affair. It's like a 70-minute album, so it's not an easy listening whatsoever. But there's so much once you listen to it more. If I have to name songs that I would say are the best, New Reality is great. Blinded by a Blaze is one that's very long and it's got some great singing on it. Days of Nothing and Waiting for Love are pretty cool. And Wavering Angel, which closes the album, I can't stress enough, is a great album closer that really does an amazing job at closing the album. So the next band, I did do an album review to it, and I think if you're living under a rock, you wouldn't know Ghost, but I think everyone knows. So Ghost Impera, and this is an album that the sound and the quality is so great. I think Tobias Forge and company know how to mix pop sensibilities with metal and rock to perfection. And not a lot of people can do that. And that's why they're so catchy. And they have some great solos on it. The production on this is great. I love the album cover. I already showed this when I did the proper review, but uh, the best songs on the album for me are Watcher in the Sky, Call Me Little Sunshines, Spillways, Kaiserion, and Respite of the Spitafields. that closes the album is great. In the 20s, it's kind of cheesy, but I really warmed up to it and I love it as well. It's one of the best albums of the year so far for me. And there's some people that hate Ghost, but I really do think that they keep improving and they're carrying that torch for commercial in metal and rock. So I can't say anything bad about a band that it's putting out great material after great material. So the next band I'm going to talk about, I also did a review of them. They're called Rolotomasi. They're from England, and this is an amazing album. Something that I really enjoy about Rollo Tomasi, which I also reviewed, is how the singer can sing beautifully and change with the drop of a hat. They use electronics really well on this album. I really love the song Cloaked, Mutual Ruin, which I screwed up when I did the review. I said Rain. Uh, Closer is great as well. Drip, just an amazing album that you shouldn't sleep on. I got the yellow vinyl that looks just like the cover and it looks great. So Rollo Tomasi, an up and coming band. They have released a few albums before this, but I think they're gonna get bigger and bigger as they keep experimenting. And it's really a great band that I really have to give props to the Metal Tris because I discovered them through him in a review he did of their previous album. So I'm glad that I discovered the band and now I listen to them. So the final album that I'm going to talk, I also did an album review and I interviewed Nick, the guitar player from Moontooth and phototroph. And this album, the artwork obviously is a beautiful artwork, but the album, it's I don't know how to describe this album because there's southern rock mixed with metal, mixed with prog, and they do it so great, so well. If I have to name my favorite tracks, I think Phototroph, the last one, it's an amazing track. Carry Me Home is that sing along song that you can just figure out singing somewhere. It's that catchy. I also would recommend Alpha How and The Eye That Never Dies. That's another one that I would recommend because it's that great. So that's the last album that I'm going to talk about. So I want to know, what are your favorite albums of the year so far? Comment. I would like to know, is there albums that I think that I missed this year that you would like me to check out, maybe cover? Uh, Leave a comment and let me know. So if you like the videos that I'm putting out, don't forget to give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe. I have more content on the way. So until next time, this is Hector, the Shield doing a couch, and I'll see you right here on the couch. Thank you and good night.